Darwinia is another God game released in 2005 by Introversion Software. I didn't mean to do this back-to-back with Rayos, another God game, but that's just how it worked out. Introversion Software also developed Scanner Sombre, which is another game I created a video review for a few years ago. If you watched my last video, you'll hear me list some complaints with God games in general and how Rayos failed to overcome those. While the gameplay here is different, there are a few category overlaps. Darwinia really blends the genres so that it can be indistinguishable from other games that set themselves up as a God game. In Darwinia, you are interacting with a society that exists inside of a computer. These citizens are attempting to expand themselves and experience the vastness of the wider net when a virus attacks and disrupts the Darwinians. You, as the player, direct the Darwinians, create control programs, and try to complete objectives. There are various structures you can capture which further your objective goals. The strategy part of this game is really fun. I grew up playing a lot of Age of Empires, and setting up some of the workflows really reminded me of playing other various RTS games. While this game shares a lot with strategy games, there is very little resource collection and management going on. The God game elements show up in how you don't really have control over the actual Darwinians themselves, but you create control programs that can issue directions. You set up chains of orders, and utilizing combat units along with command programs, you try and get enough Darwinians to overpower the enemy characters. This mostly works, but can often have a few small frustrations. This game's pacing also feels really good. You constantly feel like you're on a knife's edge between success and failure, and by focusing only on your goals can you keep things moving. Darwinia is bundled alongside Multiwinia, which offers a lot of the same games, but presented in a multiplayer setting where you can play either against other humans or the AI. And this is a great way to just play around with the concepts outside of the story-driven architecture that is Darwinia. If you like strategy games, God games, or really just neat story-driven games, this is a lot of fun.